What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video, and this one I want to give you guys a very quick update on Tesla. We got some negative news that came out that caused Tesla to dip the way it did this morning, despite the fact that overall, for like the more medium term, I do see a bounce coming. Let me just kind of elaborate on this. I'm going to actually switch over to one screen so you can actually see Tesla and SPY next to each other real quick right here. But when it comes to the way the market's moving, I'm going to switch over to Tesla. Tesla now has on our 1 hour time frame a little bit of a dip that's been coming. We're essentially about to be approaching our key support level right over here at this 172 area. We got this little rejection right here from 182, kind of tipping a bit. The reason this happens is because Tesla announced something which wasn't too great. Tesla has another round of layoffs coming out. This just happened as soon as the market opened, and they're going to basically cut another 346 jobs, at least in Buffalo. And then on top of that, there's been a lot of talk about how, the news is saying that Tesla's lost their AI lead. They're basically saying this amidst the fact that there's a lot of competition right now for AI, and they lost their top AI engineer in charge of planning, imitation learning, and RL team. That's very important for Tesla's AI development, and that's a little bit sad. So there's been a lot of talk about Peril Jane, who spent the last 9 years at Tesla, where he became an important part of their autonomous driving efforts, and many other great employees that ended up getting lost over the last couple of weeks. So got some negative news about all of this. And then there's also some talk about how Baidu is considering using Tesla's robotaxi technology in China. Once again, forming more competition, as Tesla's going to be open to licensing their FSD and also their developments. So that, in my opinion, is some more news. Tesla dipped quite a bit amidst this news coming out, but we're going to be watching this 174 area. So that happens to align very closely with our 4 hour, I think it's the 50 EMA. Last time I checked it. So very close to that area is where Tesla's seen some buyers trying to defend. But if we fail to get back above 174.3, we'll be looking at 172. And finally, this white trend line is going to be our next support right here. So watch those levels very carefully on Tesla. So yes, I do think Tesla will bounce later on. I think that there is more upside potential, and we could be attempting to form kind of like a cup and handle like structure. But for now, we are dipping a bit. We got some negative news about them losing their top AI lead, not to mention more layoffs and such. So this news coming out is making Tesla kind of underperform compared to the market. And on top of this, SPY is dipping just a bit. I did say that SPY might dip a bit towards 525, not a little bit lower, but then watch and see a bounce. So I think Tesla is going to bounce later on. I think we're going to get a bounce, but for now we're kind of we're kind of selling off amidst this news. So just be a little bit mindful of that and be very, very careful. So make sure you watch support at 172 and also where this white trend line happens to be, and see if Tesla holds up. Watch resistance at 175 and also at 178 above that. For SPY has been pushing up very nicely. The chart is bullish. We are dipping a bit, retesting 525. If I pull up the 5 minute time frame, you will see that we're actually at some very, very key levels right now. On the 5 minute time frame, we're actually nearing our 50 EMA. So watch 525 on SPY. Let's see if we hold this. If we do lose this, I'll be watching 524.8. And if that fills us, we do have this big gap over here to fill in the 523.5 area. Even if we do get some kind of dip, I do think SPY will rebound. So it's not going to be a permanent thing. And resistance is at 526.6. If we break this, you'll be looking for 528. Right now, the chart's dipping a bit. It's kind of consolidating right here. It might dip a little bit lower. So we'll see how it reacts to the 50 EMA. And if we lose this, we'll be dipping a little bit more before we try to bounce again. So watch for that. And then on the QQQ, it's the same thing essentially. We hit 449, rejected a bit, hitting the 50 EMA at 447. We're trying to rebound a little bit, so we'll see how it does. Watch 448 as resistance, followed by the 450 area. And for support, watch 447. If we lose this, we will dip down to fill this gap. So watch and see how we end up reacting. On top of all of this, we have Aapl pushing all the way up. So Apple's actually doing very well. It's pushing up to about 189. Break that. Our next target is going to be all the way up towards 190. So watch for that. And we have support at 188 flat. Overall, Apple's looking more bullish. Has more potential. It's outperforming the market for now. And also Nvidia is holding it very nicely. I did call out 9:30 in the morning. So watch that resistance as well. We'll see how things go. But with that being said, guys, thank you all so much for listening, at least this far into the video. I just wanted to make it very clear. I want to give you guys this warning about Tesla. So I'll try to release this video as fast as I can. Just know that Tesla has dipped quite a bit. We're kind of shuffling in this 174 area because that's where our 50 EMA happens to be on the 4 hour time frame. So we'll see how Tesla does. We'll see if it continues to fall or not. But just know that I do think Tesla will bounce soon. May take some time as we got some bad news, but Tesla should be bouncing later on over the next couple of days. For now, it's a little bit weak. There is more upside potential for later, but for now, we've seen some weakness on the chart. All right, so I'm going to kind of end the video from here. Just know that the market was dipping just a bit. We're watching to see how well support holds up, and we'll be watching to see if we could break resistance or not. Tesla should bounce later on, but for now, it is still shuffling at these lower levels. So I wanted to make that very clear. All right, anyways, thank you for listening. Have a great day. I'll see you guys very soon in just a couple more hours, and peace out.